Alrighty, looks like I'm recording. So, hey guys, what's going on? I'm HW2. Welcome to HGW's podcast, and I'm reviewing today by myself WWE Hell in a Cell 2015. Overall, it was a good show. It was actually a pretty good show. I enjoyed it, most of it. It probably the best show since SummerSlam. I don't know. It might be better than SummerSlam. Maybe. I have to think about that one. SummerSlam had a lot of fuck finishes. This one didn't really have any. I think there was maybe one. One. I don't even know if you say what the fuck finish for that one. It was just one, that finish that wasn't really clean. Um, every match was clean, and I was actually really happy about that. It seemed like every match was clean, was handled well, and we had a decisive winner. And at the end of the day, I think that's a good thing. I think every match besides maybe one. Uh, well, I mean, we had a decisive winner for every match, but it wasn't like we didn't have really any fuck finishes. It was just one that was like, all right, I guess. So let's just kind of start off the card. Let's actually start with the kickoff show. The kickoff is Cesaro, Neville, and Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev, Sheamus, and oh shit, who was the other one? Keem Barrett. And that's who it was. Wade or Keem Barrett. Either one you want to call him. It was just a pretty good match actually. I mean, I enjoyed myself. It was a good kickoff show match. You got everyone excited. The faces went over. Cesaro looked great. He did that great spot where on the start off slow, obviously, like every three-man tag or every tag match, the heels were taking over in WWE, which I don't really like. I wish they would change that, but that it always picks up in the second half, and that second half of this match was actually really good. They had a spot where Cesaro did the running uppercuts on the outside, but he did to all three guys. He was basically ran all the way around the ring. He did it to, I think, Rusev first, and then, or he either did it to Barrett or Rusev first, and then he did to Barrett or Rusev, whichever one, I forget, and then he did to Sheamus all the way around at the end by the announce tables on the right side. It was a really cool spot, and I really liked that. It made Cesaro look really good. Neville did like a weird corkscrew moonsault off of Cesaro's back early in the match. Neville's so good, it's insane. He needs to be off the kickoff show. Then we have, let's see, Sheamus, but Neville, Cesaro, and Dolph Ziggler won. And it was a pretty solid opener. Wasn't bad. Nothing too special, nothing too fantastic, but nothing too bad either. And then then we're gonna move on to the actual show after I drink my glass of milk. Oh shit, it's on my chin. Alright, there we go. It's off now. But we start off the show with the John Cena Open Challenge Invitational. I was really nervous on who it was going to be, and to my surprise, they finally got me. It was a finally surprise moment with this thing, because last month they had Chris Jericho come back. Month before they got and with Chris Jericho, it wasn't for the U.S. Open Challenge, but it was a surprise comeback. And it was surprising with Jericho, but it wasn't anything crazy. Like, oh my god, holy shit. They had Alberto Del Rio come back. It wasn't as big, and he got a big pop. Nobody was expecting Alberto Del Rio to come back this fast. I thought he was going to come back by Mania, but I guess not. He's back now. And, you know what? I'm kind of happy. He had a match with Cena. It was probably the worst match these two guys have had, unfortunately. It was really short. I think it might have been maybe under 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes at the most. Cena lost clean, though. That's what I'm surprised about. Cena lost clean. He lost to that side kick of the head that Alberto Del Rio does. And it wasn't... But the thing is, he always kicks out of that with Rollins. So now Alberto Del Rio wins. I guess he had a brick in his boot or some crap like that. But Alberto Del Rio won. Clean as a whistle. I get over Cena, which is great. So I guess that confirms Cena's leaving. Um, and yeah, so I mean the match was okay. It was whatever. It was really random how it ended. Nobody thought that Alberto Del Rio was gonna win off that, but he did. And he's with Zeb Coulter. So that's gonna be interesting for that down the line. Remember, guys, about almost a year ago, probably about a year ago, when Alberto El Patron, which is Alberto Del Rio, but he said that he'll never come back to WWE and that WWE's racist pigs. Well, look at that, he's back, and I think WWE realized that they left on the wrong terms, and now he's back. I mean, I wasn't always even in Lucha Underground, I wasn't always the biggest fan of Alberto. I've always liked him, but I never really was the biggest fan of him, and now he's back, and he's a U.S. title. They legitimately got me. I'm sad that it isn't Brian, but you know what? They legitimately got me, and that's cool. Cool to see him back. Hopefully they do right things with him. He accomplished a lot before he left too. He was WWE champion, World Heavyweight champion a couple times. He won the Royal Rumble. I mean, that guy did a lot. He never won a U.S. or IC title before though, and he finally got one. So there you go. I guess it's something to add to the resume. It seemed kind of weird for him to come back. He was with Zeb. Maybe that was kind of the whole idea, that they weren't sure if they were on good terms, because after the match they shook hands. But he didn't really look all excited to be back, to be honest with you. But hey, he's back, and only after a year after that whole incident happened, which was weird. Hopefully he'll be in the. I bet he will be in the main event title picture. He's a good worker, but he hasn't really had any great matches, but he's had a lot of good matches. So it should be interesting to see how this goes. How he does now in his kind of second run. Then the next match, which I was surprised about, we had Bray Wyatt versus Roman really early in the night. I think it kind of worked out in the end, but at the time it was like, really? Now? Okay. So Bray versus Roman, match of the night right here, guys. This was a really good match. A very solid Hell in a Cell. Used the cell quite a bit. They used the cell a lot, not as much as the other match later in the night, but they used the cell a lot and not a lot, but they used it a good amount, and a lot of good spots here. This was a really good back and forth match. He did that. I forget how he pronounces it. The move. It looks like a rock bottom. I'm just gonna call it the rock bottom. Bray Wyatt's rock bottom. He did it from the side of the ring to Roman through a table, which was disgusting. It was crazy. That was so cool. I think there was another table spot. Yes, there was. And then they had another table, and it looked like Bray Wyatt was gonna superplex him through a table. Nope. Roman counters it into a powerbomb, which was really good. And then they had a table set it up in the corner of the cell, the right corner, kind of by the announcer's table. Announcer's tables where that little barricade is at. Right in front of that, they had the table in the corner. They're both on the outside, and Roman speared in through a table. Oh my God, that looked like that hurt. This match went on for a good 25 minutes. They gave him a lot of time to work out there. No wonder why he went on second. It was a really good match. A lot of great back and forth. Kendo sticks left and right. This was the best match of the night, in my opinion. There was a couple other pretty good matches after this, but this was match of the night, in my opinion. I give it an 8 out of 10. Oh, I give the first match a 5 out of 10, and the kickoff show a 6 out of 10. By the way, but yeah, I give this an 8 out of 10, maybe an 8.5, if I think about it, or if on second viewing it might go up. They used kendo sticks a lot. They had some great spots with kendo sticks. They set it up in the corner of the cell, and Roman kind of put Bray through it, I think, and then they had it on the corner of the ropes and or the turnbuckle, sorry, on top of it, where they were kind of pointing out, and then Bray was trying to put Roman through it. Roman took one to start beating the shit out of Bray, and then Roman threw Bray into it, kind of hit face first, and then I forget what else happened, and then Bray Wyatt hit a Sister Abigail out of nowhere after that spear I was talking about. And I got a huge pop in the crowd. Everyone thought that it was over. I didn't think so. He didn't do the kiss. He has to kiss. And then after good sequences of events, I forget what happens exactly, but Roman spears Bray Wyatt. 1, 2, 3 for the victory. I really wanted Bray Wyatt to win, but thankfully the Wyatts were booked in a good way later tonight, which we will get to. But overall, probably an 8, maybe 8.5 after second viewing out of 10 for that match. And then I'm going to take a sip of my milk. Hold on, I'm almost done. Let me get one more sip. Alright, we're done with that milk. Milk's done. I'll have to get another glass later. And then what else? The other match we had. What was after that? What am I forgetting? Oh, fuck. No, I can't forget. Oh, it was Dudley's versus New Day, which Kofi had the new shirt on, which I pre-ordered. I love it. This match was, it was okay. Look, New Day's a great tag team and they are great wrestlers, but the Dudley Boys just aren't the right opponent for them. I give this match like a 4.5 out of 10, maybe a 5 actually. I probably bumped up to a 5 because there was some good back and forth towards the end. There was a great moment. By the way, Xavier was out and they brought out the trombone, the broken trombone, and there was a point where the ref, I think he was trying to get Big E out of the ring, and the Big E and Bubba Ray, I think he was just trying to get them out of the ring, and Kofi has the trumpet, throws it, Bubba Ray catches it, and then Kofi's down, kind of like the Eddie Guerrero thing, acting like he hit him on the head. The ref didn't know if he should ring the bell or not. He decides not to, which he almost screwed New Day, but after a couple sequences of events, Big E hits Bubba Ray in the back with a trombone while the ref is not looking. Kofi hits the Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. That is probably the least clean finish that we got, which, and it's not even a fuck finish, which was good because New Day is still your champions. Yeah, it was like a 5 out of 10. It was a whatever match. I'm not too big on the Dudley Boys. They really need a stipulation to really excel their matches, because if they just have regular tag matches, it just you see it's just not that good. They need to have like a tables match or a TLC match, which I don't think they'll have a TLC match, but I can see them having a tables match. They need to have like an elimination 2-on-2 tables match or something like that with the Dudley Boys or with the New Day. So that's what I think. Maybe 4.5 out of 10. Then we had, what other match we had? Oh, we had Charlotte versus Nikki, which this match was better than the Hell in a Cell match. I probably give this a 6 out of 10 maybe. No, I give the kickoff a 6.5 actually, more than I think about it. This one I would give this I give the kickoff a 6. I give this a 5.5 out of 10. This was a pretty good match. It was solid. Nothing special though. It was a lot better than their Divas match I hate calling it Divas match, but that's what it is. WWE for some fucking reason. It was better than their match at Night of Champions, but it was not that great. It had some cool spots here and there. I like the fact that Charlotte kind of had an injured back and she couldn't really get the whole bridge in until later, which I wish she kind of beat her with something else, because if you're going to bring that up earlier in the match and then later she can miraculously do it, it's just didn't work for me. But I did kind of like that aspect of it. This had some good back and forth here and there. I think they had a weird ass spot where Nikki seemed like she was gonna do like a back suplex to Charlotte, and Charlotte reversed it, but it looked like she almost botched. She landed on her stomach, and it almost looked like it hurt Charlotte more than Nikki. I mean, it looked bad. It looked like it kind of gone down south. It was pretty bad there, but yeah, I give this a 5.5 out of 10. Charlotte's your winner. Didn't cry. Paige is out there for some fucking reason. I didn't watch the whole segment on Raw. My friend said, "Did you see what happened on Raw? It was stupid." Like, what the fuck? Is Paige heel or not? I remember on announce she was doing commentary, and I think it was Michael Cole or Jerry Lawler asked, or might have been Byron, asked are you guys are you guys tag team, or do you not like PCP now, or like, are you ever gonna team up PCP again or something like that? She said, I never said I'm not friends with them. Like, what the fuck? What did that even mean? What you said earlier? Why would Charlotte and Becky even be friends with them? That's just fucking stupid. The whole Divas thing is fucking stupid. Just bring them all down to NXT, please. All of them. All of them. Don't even have a Divas division. Fire Nikki and all those fuckers. Or bring them all down to NXT, and they'll have their own Diva show, basically, or they'll call it women's wrestling show. So, anyways, 5.5 out of 10. Whatever. It was alright, I guess. And then we had Seth Rollins versus Kane. Yeah, we're already that far down the show. Wow, 15 minutes. I guess I can go fast by myself. I'm not really having a conversation with somewhere else. This will be kind of shorter than usual. Seth versus Kane. This was a really good match. I wouldn't say really good. It was a pretty good match. It was good. It was good. I really enjoyed it, actually. It had some great back and forth. I always said that Kane can have have a really good match, but it just depends on the opponent that he has. And this was no exception. Seth is great. They really hinted earlier in the match that they were going to do a announcer table spot. They did do an announcer table spot. There's a point where Kane kind of did a sidewalk slam on top of the English or the American announce table. I'm going to call it English announce table. And then it looked like Kane was going to tombstone Seth on the table. Seth countered. He got into a powerbombed him on the expansion announce table, but it didn't break. It just fell over, and it looked like that hurt more than it would have if it broke. That looked like it sucked. But overall, I thought this was a good match. They both had some really good back and forth. Kane looked good. Looked a bit slow, but that's expected. But overall, it was a good match. I give this a 7 out of 10. Maybe a 7.5, actually. I really enjoyed this match. I give it a 7 out of 10. I think it was a good match. It was just... there was something, the ending, as much as it was clean, Seth pedigreed Kane clean. He got a clean victory. Wow, Seth clean? Holy shit. I guess he only wins on pay-per-views for some reason, because he never wins on Raw or SmackDown or anything. I guess SmackDown, but no one gives a fuck about SmackDown. So Raw, he never wins, besides this past Monday, which I was surprised he won. In a singles match, of course. He wasn't really there for the main event of Raw. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, he won by pedigree. It was a weird looking pedigree, and the pedigree kind of came out of nowhere. It was kind of like the Cena Alberto Del Rio one, where it was just like, oh, okay, match is over, I guess. It was kind of a weird ending, but I don't think the I get where they're kind of going. I get it, but like, I mean, I like it. It was clean. Seth won clean. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Seth won clean, and Corporate Kane's gone. Which I bet he isn't. We'll probably see on Raw. But it was just the execution was kind of off there. But I mean, Seth won clean. What can I complain about? 7 out of 10 match. It was good. And then we had Ryback versus Kevin Owens, which was a match. It lasted like 4 minutes, maybe 5, maybe. It was just like match started, and it was like match ended. And you were just like, wait, what? Wait, what just happened? Like, I had no idea what happened. And someone pointed out to me that he might have eye poked him, Ryback. I didn't see Ryback sell the eyes at all, and I thought he kicked him in the face. And then they were fighting. It was weird because they were fighting on the outside. So Kevin Owens was on the outside apron, and Ryback was inside the ring trying to get at him. And it seemed like Kevin Owens kicked him. I thought he kicked him in the face, but someone said he might have eye poked him. But then I never saw Ryback sell an eye poke. So, I mean, it was a clean victory. Kevin Owens won clean. I didn't see him. I don't have to analyze the footage if he eye poked him or not. It looked clean to me. So, I mean, I don't know, but we'll see. I guess. But Kevin Owens wins 3 out of 10. It was nothing. It was just a match that happened. That was their Night of Champions match was better, and that was like a 4 out of 10 in my opinion. But anyways, let's move on to the main event of the night. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. This felt personal. Unlike the Roman Bray match, this felt like a feud that had been building up and building up. forever, and it felt personal with the blood and everything. It just between the two, it just felt personal. It felt like these two were just out there to beat the shit out of each other, which is what Bray and Roman was more like, I don't know, extreme. But this just felt more physical, more brutal. It felt like these two guys actually hated each other rather than, which Roman and Bray, supposedly, according to what they've been building up, they hate each other and this shit is personal. This shit is real life, according to Roman Reigns. But it didn't feel like it. This did. And this match was very good. I give this a 7.5 out of 10. This is my second favorite match of the night. This was really, really good match. I really enjoy this. I think this is better than I gave the SummerSlam one a 7 out of 10, and I think this is better. I think the sequence of events before the finish for the SummerSlam match was better. This, however, I felt like it was executed better. There's a lot more story to it. I love Brock opened that he opened the ring and then he got rid of the padding, which the padding already doesn't do that much. But, I mean, it's better than landing on wood, I guess. And Undertaker did a choke slam to Brock Lesnar on the wood. Oh, my God. And then they built up this thing where Undertaker did the tombstone on him on the wood, but he really didn't. He had his knees landed right on that foam, and Brock Lesnar's head didn't even land on the wood. His body did. His back did land right on the wood. And then it looked like Undertaker was going to go for a second tombstone, and then Brock Lesnar did a wicked low blow. Holy shit, what a low blow. And then he did an F5 right on the fucking wood after I believe it was 1 or 2 F5s that he hit before. I think it might have been 2, but I could be wrong. It probably was 1. It was 1 or 2, I can't remember. He hit 1 or 2 A's before and he kicked out of him. I don't know if he hit 1 or 2. We'll see. I'll have to look when I edit it. I'll know when I edit it for HL Society. Anyways, that's for the end of the video. That's for plugs. Already plugging. Yeah, shut up, Reed. And then he hit an F5 onto the fucking wood. I felt so bad because The Undertaker, he was selling the shit out of that after the match. Like, oh my God. I didn't know if The Undertaker was really hurt or not. I assume he was selling, but with the age he's at, I don't know. But he hit it right on the wood. 1, 2, 3. Lesnar won. I did predict Taker to win because I thought Taker was going to get his win back. The more I thought about it, the more people said that they thought Lesnar was going to win. It just kind of made more sense for Lesnar to win. I was wrong in my predictions. This is the smarter way to go about things. Taker, Brock Lesnar wins because Brock Lesnar's the beast. He shouldn't lose clean. Ever. He shouldn't ever. If he loses a match, it should be in triple threat. And it shouldn't be where he, takes a pinfall or anything. But yeah, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It was a really good match. Great back and forth. Brock Lesnar has the most sensitive skin. I don't. Someone said he might have bladed, but it was on his hair. It was on the top of his head. I don't think he bladed. He never. I don't even think you can blade anymore. Can you? I don't think so. I mean, you can't blade at all in WWE. I don't think you can. I mean, he's Brock Lesnar, so I guess he can get away with anything he wants. But that guy fucking bleeds all the time, and his skin is so sensitive. And I knew he was gonna bleed, but Undertaker bled too. It was still there at the end of the match. I mean, of course it was, but I mean, it was still bleeding a good amount. Not a good amount, but a solid amount. Lots of cool spots here too with the weapons. I think they got a steel chair out there. This is just a good match. A lot of a great back and forth. That ending was great. It definitely started off really good. It started off really good, and then there's a good 5 minute period where it kind of slowed down and it kind of became just more brutal, just more physical, just running them into the cell. They definitely use the cell better than Roman and Bray did, but this was a good match. I really did enjoy it. 7.5. And then after the match, the Wyatts came out, all of them, and they besides Bray, Braun, Luke, Rowan beat up Undertaker, and they carried him out. They abducted the Undertaker, and I think it's going to lead to the Undertaker. Team Taker versus Team Wyatts at Hell in a Cell, or not sorry, not Hell in a Cell, Survivor Series. Is it 4-on-4? Is that what's right? Or is it 5-on-5 match? I don't remember, but yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to it. And oh yeah, and by the way, don't know if I mentioned this earlier. I don't think I did, but Undertaker's gonna be at Survivor Series because it's his 20th year anniversary. I guess he debuted at Survivor Series 1995. I didn't know, but he did. So that's cool. And it's kind of cool that we're seeing a lot of Undertaker lately, even though he's old. I guess this is really his go home tour. I think this is gonna be his last match at Mania. But yeah, overall, guys, the show was good. It was a really solid show. I give it a 7, maybe 7.5 out of 10. It was a really solid show. I enjoyed myself. It's probably the best, probably the third best show this year. I put Mania first, which is just one of my favorite Manias now. It's in the top 5, and then SummerSlam, and then I probably put this. Maybe I'll put this over SummerSlam. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys did all enjoy, and I'll see you all later. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.